Good morning. So a review on the DXY with a longer term view. I like to do this once or twice a month just to remember where we are. We do it daily, but it's interesting. So the first fib I have on this chart that you see every day is this red fib that is measuring this move from this bottom to this top. We are targeting on this fib, we are targeting the 38.2 fib, and even a little bit higher with some inside fib that are a little bit more precise, I would say. So this is a fib retracement tool, normal tool, and the other tool we are using are Fib extensions, so they are measuring the movement on the ABC. So what is forming now here is a big quarterly ABC, and that's what I'm looking at. It's this big move. A, we have the B that is forming now, and the idea is to know where is going the B to end. Actually, the B is ending in this area. Where is it going to end so that we can draw the ABC and see the extension. So here we already have those levels because I did it, of course, since a long time, but that's what I do. And this is the black one I have here, which is measuring this move. So if we consider we would land about at the 38.2 fib of this move as a B, then that's where we have the targets. 86 would be the targets of the 61.8 extension, and 80, around 80.73, would be the target of the 1-to-1 extension. So that's what could be the targets of DXY, let's say within probably the end of the year or something like that. What is interesting is here we have a big consolidation, and that's exactly where we have the 1-to-1 extension. We have, you see, this is a quarterly chart. If you put it on a monthly, you will see there is consolidation. We have big levels here, really big one. So for sure, this is a place where we'll see a reaction. And in that case, we are now playing inside a small M drawing on the EURUSD. You see the M shape we have on the EURUSD, and here we would have the same big M shape that would end here. So that would be something that is coherent from a technical point of view. So this is important to keep that in mind. This one, as I said, is not done yet. It's what we expect to get. And why 38.2? Because the 38.2 with a strong momentum like this is usually the place where we see a pullback. I think we will go a little bit higher, and we can get this with the inside fib that are measuring the move inside here. So I will hide now this black one that we do not need on a daily base. We will go back to the daily chart where we are now. And inside here, we have two things. We have two ABCs. One is this one, a big daily ABC that we have been measuring, and that is showing those levels that we have been using, and they have been playing very nicely, especially at the beginning, the 93.03 as 61.8 of this ABC. You see how it has been working here. Then we came back and bounced again, and we are now bouncing. We bounced from the 38.2 and 236 red fib here. We came up again, went to the 78.6 fib, went a little bit through it, which is normal in summertime, and now that's where we are exactly. And I have another one that is interesting because it is showing a smaller move inside the big one. We have a smaller move, and this one is a little bit more accurate. So the big ABC I was showing, the dark one, myself now, I think we will go a little bit further, this 38.2, and I think we will land between this and this fib, 1272 or 161.8 in the extension of those move. So I think that's where we will land. I think that's where we will see a big move, the big move down. Of course, we will react here, come back inside and go, but I would say this 161.8 extension would be perfect. And if we look left, we see it would be a perfect double top with this level here. So that's not random, that's because something is there, and that's why I like a lot this one. So I think we would spike above this one, come in this area and start the big move down from there. So that's the idea. Now, let's go back to the inside day. And if we go back inside day, so you keep in mind this blue one is the big daily, this pink one is the small daily ABC inside the general move. And that's very interesting because what we see is this, well, this one, I will change the color, it will be easier, otherwise it's a little bit confusing. Okay, so what we see is that yesterday, and that's where I get short EURUSD, yesterday we tagged to the PIP the 236 extension of this ABC daily. So normally, if we respect this 236 and we keep above it, then we run for the next level. And the next level in this case is the 1-to-1 extension here at 93.88. And the next level that we are waiting for is on the other fib, the 93.96. So this will be here, the area where we will land, perhaps by let's say by the end of this month. That could still be possible. We could have some crazy move and go up there by the end of the month. You see, in 2 days we have done this move, and that would be more or less the same move we would need to do. So we could very well see the same thing here, a small candle there, and then boom, boom, we finish in this area on the end of month, then we pull back, and then we will go again higher till we see those levels. So that's the bigger view on the DXY with some longer term things. What is very interesting too, and yesterday I mentioned it in the chat room, in our chat room, we have the daily 20 moving average here. And this 20 moving average, 2021 moving average, has been coming in exactly at the same place on the EURUSD. I mean, it was on the opposite side, but that's what has been holding the price. So we have this 236 fib and the 20 EMA that has been holding. Now, what we need to do, and you see it very well on this 4-hour chart, we need to break this 61.8 and 38.2 extension. We need to break this area. As soon as we will open and close above it on a 4-hour time frame basis, we will start to run higher. And that's what I'm really convinced that we will see. I would say at this time of the week, I think it's 80%, 85% clear that we go up now. If not, if market wants to catch more and confuse more even, we could land to this area. But that would be, I think that would be a lot. But it's still possible, so we need to be careful. I am long EURUSD. I am short EURUSD when DXY touched this area, so I am long dollar from there. I think we should break higher because normally we should do that before the end of the month. We should see another move up. So that's what we had. That's where we are now, and that's what we need to break and see a clear open and close above this level on a 4-hour basis to see a follow through. Concerning EURUSD, same thing. As I said, so we had posted this chart 2 days ago, I think. We had several levels where we have been calling short here. Here we had one. We made some pips on the way up. We made some pips here. Here was the big area that I had posted in the previous video. We should be short, and that's what I did. I took some size here, over there, exactly there. So I am short here. I banked a little, always being ready to reload some. But normally, what I expect now is that we break these lows here. So this ABC would be invalidated on the 38.2, and then we could run lower. That's what I would like to see. If not, then we have the 61.8 of this ABC that is there, and the 1-to-1 that is up there with the trend line that we would need to break again. But that's not what I think we will see. I still think we go lower now. Hope to see this break, or at least a double or triple bottom by the end of the month. That would be really nice if we could come here, and then we would break and come in this area, which is the next big important area for us. That's where we would get big longs. Big long EURUSD, meaning short USD, and that's when we should have the DXY that should be in this. Sorry, I will take the other chart that we have been using till now, and the DXY. So that's where we should see DXY coming in this 38.2 area, or in this area. Only when DXY will be there, we can be sure, or we can get a big short USD trade, even on those trend lines. So all this area is, of course, a short only place for the USD for me. On the other hand, I want to share with you the gold chart I've been working on. So I just spoke about it in the chat room again last week with one of the members that was asking some updates on the gold. So gold, it's a very clean, very simple chart we have. We have been calling this level at 1,683 since last October. You can find it in the tweet feed. So this level has been called since last year. We touched it 3 times. This one was on the 9th of August, in the middle of the summer. We had a big stop hunt suggesting we could go higher, but I'm not convinced yet that we go higher now. I think we will get deeper first, but with this strong support we have there, now it will be hard work to break this one. So where are we? We are inside, and we are inside this pink retracement. We stopped right on the 238.6 you see here. And at the same time, as I mentioned in the chat room, we stopped right on the 200 moving average yesterday. So it's a weekly here. Let's go to the daily. So we see we stopped on it, and we are now pulling back inside this ABC that we have here. The target would be this one for the first one, and the second one would be 1678, which is again in the same area. We could consider it has been touched there. If we break, which is what I think is likely according to the DXY move. So we should see a pullback on the gold. We will see a pullback a little bit deeper. When DXY, I mean USD, will be at the 38.2 Fib or something like that, we could be back in this area or a little bit lower. I think we could come back here again. And from there, the signal for me will be given when DXY will be at the maximum, or something that looks like the maximum we just spoke, which is this chart. So when we will be in the 94.75 to 94.50, let's say 94.50 to 94.75, that's when gold for me will be a long entry again, and where we will run it. If we look on the longer term chart, the targets are here, the 1-to-1, which is still the same target I've been speaking about, which is 2,714. The thing is, where are we going to start this final move up? I think it will be soon, when DXY, as I just said, will come in the area we mentioned. Last but not the least, we are now waiting still for S&P 500. So on S&P 500, we have two big targets now, which is 4,507, which is this one. I will move it here, put it a little bit bigger. So that's the first target where I will get short, because it's a green support, and that's where we should see a reaction here. So that's what I draw here. I'm expecting this move, so it will be a little bit changed like this, but that's what I'm expecting to see. I think a first pullback in this area, or we bounce from this trend line, or we can bounce lower from this green or black level, and then I think we run to the 1-to-1 extension of a big ABC we have here that has been very clearly working till now, and this one is at 4,552. So that's the two level we are looking for. And what would be very nice, because at the end, when S&P 500 will make the big correction we are waiting for. When I say big correction, it will be 20-25%. It will lose 1/4 of its value probably. So like $1,500 lower or something like that at least. And that is totally that is something that is very likely. If we don't see such a big move down from this 1,552 here, at least I think we should see 4,355 here, which is the 61.8 extension, where we call for a long. The last call we did was a long from here, okay? And we could even see something lower. You see how this Fib has been working very, very nicely till now. Look, this bottom here, perfect touch and bounce from there. Here we pull back some. We have the sorry, the 78.6 and 76 forex Fibs here, where we have been holding for many days. So it's really a nice Fib that has been validated many times, and we have quite a good trade to do there. So that's the area we are looking at. And last, I wanted to show, we called this CAD short yesterday or Monday, and you see how we came back, we retested it, we had again a short signal here, this red signal here with stochastics on extreme, and this morning, unfortunately, I was not on screen. It was like 2:30 for me in the morning, but this morning we had another run on this one for another 30 pips. It's not ending. It will give some other opportunity. Finally, I already spoke about this one well, yesterday, simply yesterday. So I hope to see this this Aussie New Zealand landing here in this area to get a long again. We had a first long call. Sorry, so we had the first call long here, and we had been paid nicely. This was let's say 120 pips, something like this. We'll hide that. So if we measure it, it was like 120 pips. Yes, exactly. We have this M shape inside here. We came there, so that was for now a stop hunt. But this momentum we saw yesterday is letting me think that we can see a little bit lower, even if this black support is very, very important. So we could see, sorry, again, we could see some break of this area, and then in this area we have where I hope to see it landing. We will check with the signal confirmation, but in this area on the Aussie New Zealand, we have two important levels at 103.92 and 103.71, about 20 pips area, and in between we have two support of our automatic support, the black and the green here. So we will for sure bounce here if we could get there, of course, and that would be nice. So that's something we have on the radar now, together with all what I mentioned this morning.